Right, Solomax does everything themselves here in Southern California. Exceptional quality control is the result of that. And there's no middleman. You're going to save with even no upfront cost also. They have the newest and most innovative Tesla products like the Tesla 420 solar panels and the Tesla Powerwall.
Right now, pay $0 for that Tesla package and $79.96 per month with a 1.99% APR.
Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. Say the keyword Solomax. Pound 250, keyword Solomax by December 31st for this great offer. Monthly payment available. Two credit cards will be your 19 birthday.
My doctor told me my blood pressure is borderline. I figured I could worry about it or do something about it. So I took control with Garli's Healthy Blood Pressure Formula. It works safely and naturally to help maintain healthy blood pressure with a custom blend of garlic, vitamins, and minerals. And it's odor-free. I'm taking charge with Garli's Healthy Blood Pressure Formula.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But Spanish is...
It's pretty bad. So we're using Babbel.
Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said, now we speak Spanish.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Well, you've heard me talk about my friends at Sunday and how they can sell your home fast without any repairs, without the hassle of dealing with showings, realtors, cleaning, or making upgrades. Now Sunday has made the process even easier for those who want to sell a property fast. Contact Sunday for your free no-obligation cash offer. They're going to visit your property, take photos, and do a 3D walkthrough. They'll package your property details and send it to the thousands of local investors in their database who are actively looking to buy properties. The average homeowner receives 12 offers on their property. It's quick and easy. Plus, you can close in as little as 10 days, or they have the flexibility to close in months. They can even give you a $10,000 cash advance when you sell with Sunday. Go to Sunday.com, SUNDAE.com, or phone them, 800-25-OFFER, 800-25-OFFER. Get a free no-obligation cash offer at Sunday.com, SUNDAE.com. Sunday is a California licensed real estate broker, DRE license number 020-88298.
Most psychologists agree there is little evidence that polygraph tests can accurately detect lies. Look at my eyes.
No. This guy, what if he's innocent? But he's terrified about the prospect of going to jail for 15 years.
That's why they're thrown out. That's why polygraph tests are thrown out all the time.
Weekdays at 10 a.m.
Doesn't make any sense.
on KFI.
Let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm.
Nick Taliocchini has painted nails. JJLKFI on Instagram right now. Wake Up Call is live this morning, raising money and pasta and sauce for Katerina's Club. They're amazing. Go to pastathon.com or at checkout if you are in Arizona, Nevada, or California. You can just donate $10 right there at checkout. Feeds 14 kids, courtesy of Barilla Pasta. It's awesome. We are doing this all morning. JJLKFI, you can see some behind the scenes. And for anybody who is on right now, you've now seen my costume change. I went from a sweater with a bow tie. It was like a tuxedo, Christmas tuxedo thing, to now I'm a reindeer. Yep, complete with a trucker hat and antlers. There you go. It's just a fun morning. We're having a great time. Nick Taliocchini's in a onesie with painted nails. You can see inside.
Jen, you look amazing. That's all I have to say. Truly, no. Now, there's a little bit of Grandma got run over by the reindeer with a trucker hat.
Yeah, I see
But
that.
you look good.
Thank
you look
you.
real good.
Well,
Very nice.
See, I got to keep up that redneck diva thing. That's kind of become my thing.
That's
and
it.
So
I
gotta
get
keep
it.
going. All right, Nick's going to join us in just a couple of minutes with more traffic. But right now, I've got some headlines for you. An FDA health panel has endorsed Merck's COVID-19 pill. The Food and Drug Administration asked its outside experts to consider the pill. LA City Council members have unanimously voted to ban ghost guns in the city, and officials in Michigan say a 15-year-old high school student who shot and killed 3 of his classmates used a gun his dad bought less than a week ago. Well, right now, if you're like me, you missed the Rose Parade last year. It was such a bummer not to be able to watch it on TV or go to it. But this year, totally different. Everything is back underway. The construction of the floats is well underway. So let's talk about this year's theme and get all the information from Brant Dunlap. He's president of the South Pasadena Tournament of Roses Committee. Brant, good morning. Thanks for getting up early with us.
Well, good morning. Thanks for having me on your show. Appreciate that.
What is the theme this year?
This year's theme is also the same as last year's theme, which was pause, dream, believe, and achieve.
That had to be the worst decision you guys had to make to not have the Rose Parade.
You know, I think the folks in the tournaments for the Pasadena Tournament of Roses, obviously, we had to follow their guidelines and we relied on their decisions. And ultimately, at first, we were certainly disappointed and kind of bummed, and it's something that we all look forward to. But at the end of the day, it was the right decision for everybody's safety and health. And I think it just makes this year's that much more valuable. And we really look forward to this year now more than ever.
Did you have any hesitancy from people wanting to come back, or were they like, get me back in, I can't wait to do my float, I've been waiting now for 2 years to get this thing out there?
Yeah, everybody was very anxious. Everybody kept asking, when is it going to happen? I mean, I had city council from our city and other cities and friends saying, what's going on with the parade? Everybody wanted to know. Anybody had anything with the tournament, they wanted to know. And this started back in February of this year. So certainly everybody wants to come back. They want to help more than ever. It's just really, really exciting to bring this back to the world.
How many floats can we expect this year? As many as we normally see?
Yeah, I believe normally it's roughly between about 39 on maybe at the lower end to maybe 45 on the upper end of floats. I think there's around 41, 42 this year. So it should be as close to normal as anybody's ever seen. It's going to be quite exciting.
Do you still need volunteers? A couple of years ago, I was able to put the rice on the front float, and I was able to use little half peas that were, okay, I'm just going to be very honest with you. I ended up with rice and peas in places I didn't know it was falling, but I glued every single one of those pieces of rice and every single one of those peas on the float, and I had a blast doing it. Do you need volunteers this year?
We can always use volunteers. Sometimes, unfortunately, we get so many at the last minute where it makes it hard to get people in. But yes, we are a self-built float. There's 6 of us in the parade. Self-built meaning we don't have anybody paid to work on our floats. So volunteering is what we do. It is what makes our float go down Colorado every year. It's all volunteer-based. So we love having people that can help.
Absolutely. It is so much fun. It's funny when you take one of those shifts, and I think ours was like a 4-hour shift, and I thought, what in the world am I going to do for 4 hours? That 4 hours went by so quickly. There were so many people in there. Everybody had a job to do. You felt like it was just a really cool team holiday event to be a part of.
Yeah, there's 2 things that benefit the public from helping on a float. One of them is it's a bucket list for a lot of people, whether you're out of state or you've lived in the Pasadena area your whole life, to be up close and personal with a float. And then the coolest thing is you're watching the parade, and everybody around you, you're going, hey, see that black T? I did that letter, or I did the roses on the head of that animal. So it's really a life-changing thing. It's a bucket list. It's fun. It's really awesome. And not to mention you get stuff in places you didn't know it could go. You will absolutely destroy your clothes in 4 hours with 4 of them. It's wonderful.
You are so right. I remember when they handed me like a cup of paint and a paintbrush, and then it was a box top of rice. And they were like, okay, so on the inside of the letters that say Rose Parade, we need you to basically slap on the paint, grab a whole handful of rice, and stick it onto there. And I just remember thinking, I'm going to be a mess by the time this is done, and I'll be darned I was.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool because you were upside down doing it. That makes it even funner, huh?
It really did. And what was great is I feel like you must have been in my parents' living room, because here is, at that time, a 44-year-old woman who's like, Mom, Dad, get in here. That's my rice on the float.
Yeah, it's true. And you will talk about it for the rest of your life, saying, I did this on a float, and it's so memorable. And that's what makes it special about volunteering on floats and being at floats, especially for those that are visit out of town. It really is it's a memory. It's quite impactful for people to be involved.
It really is, and we are live on Instagram, JJLKFI, and I'm showing some former pictures of floats that were in the parade, and they are just the things that you are able to do with flowers and rice and peas and, you know, whatever, beans, whatever the case may be, are just, it's absolutely amazing. How do you guys come up with the ideas? Do you have like a big committee sit down, or how does that work?
It's pretty simple how we do it. We have our board is about 13, 14 people on our board, starting in end of December, January. So we're getting ready in the next week. We kind of send out a little note to the community, and we ask for designs. We give a little theme hint if we have it, and we ask people to sketch something, and 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, nothing fancy. And we do that all the way in through mid-January, and then there's 4 people that will sit down and we look at all these designs that could come from a 5-year-old to a 90-year-old. And we look at the theme and say, does this represent the theme? And we literally select from hundreds of applications of 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper. Some of them are drawn with crayons, pencils. So we let somebody design our float for us. It's just a lot of fun.
That is awesome. Well, thank you so much, Brant, for getting up early. And if people want to be a part of this or volunteer, where can they go?
Our website, www.sttor.org. Also, we'll have a nice, beautiful picture of our float right on the front of it. And on there, you can click over to volunteers, and you can read a little bit about what it entails. And you can also email the volunteer chair, which is volunteer at sttor.org. And there's a couple of them there, and they can answer any questions for anybody, talk about the age groups, the different times, stuff like that.
Awesome. Brant, have a wonderful day. Good luck with everything. You're just about a month away, so I'm sure this is crunch time for you guys.
It is crunch time for us, and thank you very much for having me on your show, and Happy New Year, and best to everybody for the coming holidays, and enjoy the Term of Roses, please. And if anybody's in the city of South Pasadena area, come on by, check out our float. It's a wonderful float this year.
Awesome. Brant, thanks a million. Have a great rest of your day.
You as well. Thank you.
That is Brant Dunlap. He is the president of the South Pasadena Tournament of Roses Committee. And again, you can just go to the website, volunteer right there. There's just a few little buttons you can click, and you'll be right in. All right, when we come back, you have loved him for years on Wake Up Call. And today, you're going to get a chance to hear him once again. He hasn't been on Wake Up Call in a couple of years, but he is an incredibly special guest who is a fan favorite of the show. He's going to join us from the East Coast in just a few minutes. And I have another costume change. So, Nick Pagliocchini, it's up to you. Take it away. What's up on the 91?
Wow, you and the costume changes. You're looking amazing. That's all I got to say.
Thank
if you're
you.
not following her on Instagram Live right now, JJLKFI, you can check out her stunning Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer onesie and that amazing trucker hat. Looking great. So, checking the drive right now as you're making your way through the Riverside and Corona area, westbound side of the 91. It's going to be heavy for you from before last year, and you'll see those delays continuing as you make your way toward the 241 toll road. Looses up beyond that as you make your way out of the Santa Ana Canyon, Yorba Linda, and Anaheim Hills, continuing toward the 55. Moreno Valley, 215 north. Still going for you right now from Cactus past the merge of the 60 as you make your way toward UCR on the Riverside and interchange 60 west Moreno Valley portion, heavy from Pigeon Pass toward the 215 merge, and getting out of the high desert on the southbound side of the 15, packed in tight this morning, the 395 as you make your way toward the 138, and also on the northbound side of the 15, still dealing with a SIG alert or dealing with problems for you in the Cajon Pass. 15 northbound at Oak Hill is a wreck and fatality crash investigation as the 2 left lanes shut down, really heavy for you off the 138. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Nick Pagliocchini.
Hey, it's Conway here talking about L.A. drinking water. They found arsenic levels 430 times what's considered safe. And San Diego's just as bad. Newport Beach, I hope you like drinking halocytic acid because your drinking water has 254 times the safe amount. We all know tap water's awful. And you're drinking, showering, and bathing your kids in water with cancer-causing chemicals. I know we joke around on the air, but that's really serious. Do what I did, call Purigan Water. They've been in business for over 35 years. Purigan turns tap water into pure, delicious water, and it comes with a free 6-stage alkaline drink system. I know, holidays are here, money's tight, I get it. But if you call Purigan right now, they're going to install both systems with no money down and no payments for 3 months. Plus, lifetime service at no charge. Don't wait unless you're trying to get rid of your in-laws. Otherwise, call Purigan, 844-80-WATER, 844-80-WATER, or PUR-againwater.com. That's PuriganWater.com.
Take the shortcut to your next great hire. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, Instant Match immediately delivers a list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
California has millions of homes that could be damaged in a strong earthquake, and earthquakes are inevitable in the Golden State. An older home is especially vulnerable to earthquake damage, so you may need to take steps to strengthen it and help reduce the chance of damage. Visit strengthenmyhouse.com to learn about better protecting your home from earthquake damage. The work may cost less than you think and can often be completed in a few days. You've worked hard to get a home. Now's the time to protect it. Get prepared today so you can worry less tomorrow. Visit strengthenmyhouse.com.
Rates subject to change without notice. Certain restrictions and minimum loan amount requirements apply. 60% LTV and 620 FICO score. Subject to credit approval. By refinancing your existing loan, your total finance charges may be higher over the life of the loan. NMLS 3290. Loans made or arranged pursuant to California Financing Law License number 6036970. Equal housing lender.
Home loan rates are incredibly low. If you recently refinanced and your rate is higher than 2%, call IntelliLoan. Here's Steve, who refinanced last year and was certain he had a great rate.
I refinanced last year, and I saved a ton of money. I thought I had a great rate, so doing another refinance wasn't even a consideration. But just recently, I got curious. Could I save money again? I was shocked to find out I could save money. I thought I had a great rate. If you've refinanced recently, and you haven't asked if you could save money again, you should ask.
Be like Steve and ask again. IntelliLoan is offering a 1.99% fixed rate in APR with no points and no lender fees. A 1.99%. Call 1-800-918-6200. That's 1-800-918-6200. Or go to IntelliLoan.com.
IntelliLoan. Borrow smart.
As parents, we've done everything we can to keep our kids safe, happy, and healthy during this pandemic. From finding the best face masks to making sure their hands are clean. And now we have the best tool to help keep them even safer. The most important thing we can do is vaccinate our kids to protect them against COVID-19. Vaccines have been proven safe and effective for children 5 and up. Talk to your child's doctor or visit myturn.ca.gov to find a vaccine near you. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Help us provide more than 25,000 meals a week to kids in Southern California.
Stop into any Smart and Final location to donate to the KFI Pasta-thon.
KFI AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
God bless America, that music makes me happy. If you've been a long-time listener of Wake Up Call, you know we only give that music to one person. KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. This is your wake-up call pasta-thon style. We are raising money for Chef Bruno to feed 25,000 kids a week here in Southern California. Pastathon.com is where you can go to donate money, or you can go to the Anaheim White House between 8 and 3 every day. Drop off pasta, drop off sauce, and a little check if you got one as well. We'll talk more about Pastathon in just a few minutes. Some of the stories we're keeping an eye on in the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Sheriff Villanueva says he doesn't trust the company hired by LA County to track COVID-19. COVID's going to keep LeBron James off the court for the Lakers for a while, and LA City Council members have voted unanimously to ban ghost guns in the city. Now it's time to get into our Big Bites brought to you by SoCal Gas. For more information, visit SoCalGas.com/business rebates. You loved him for years on Wake Up Call. The man, the myth, the legend is back. Guy Adami from CNBC. Welcome back to your old home Wake Up Call.
My goodness gracious. Hold on. Just listen to that.
Whole lot of love for you, baby.
Led Zeppelin 2, released in November of 1969. The first song on the first side, Whole Lot of Love. And I do have exactly that for the listeners of WKFI. And Jennifer Jones-Lee, how are you?
I am wonderful. It is so great to have you back. How have you been? What are you doing now?
Strong to very strong. Just getting older. Going to be 58 years old in December. Stop it.
You are not.
But all is well. Busy as can be. The show, if we make it to January, Fast Money will be 15 years old. We started doing a podcast in February. But I miss giving the shout-out to all the cities in California.
I miss WKFI. I miss messing with Handle. But most of all, JJL, I miss your dulcet tones.
Thank you so much. We have missed you like crazy. Tell us, I know you've got a podcast going. Tell us about that.
It's called On the Tape. We call it On the Tape Podcast. I do it with Dan Nathan and a gentleman named Danny Moses of the Big Short fame for you Big Short fans out there. Once a week, as they say in podcast land, it drops on Friday. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here to help raise some money for did you say 25,000? I mean, that is remarkable. Good for you.
25,000 kids. And what the coolest story about this is Chef Bruno and his mom, Katerina, who the club is obviously named after, she saw a kid eating a bag of potato chips when they were at a charity one day. And she said, this is just unacceptable. It started with just a few hundred kids who live in motels around Southern California and has grown now over the years to 25,000 kids a week. And I know KFI is one of the biggest money raisers for this, and this is KFI's adopted charity, is Katerina's Club. And I want people to know 100% of their donations, when they go to Postathon.com this morning, go to Katerina's Club. We don't take a penny out of this.
That's wonderful. If you think about it, and I'm not looking to get political at all, but the wealthiest nation in the history of mankind, and for 35 million of our fellow citizens. I mean, we're looking at late 1920s, 1930s type of stuff. It's heartbreaking, but the fact that people are making a difference is remarkable. So this is an extraordinary cause, and I'm glad you guys are bringing it to light. Well done, and I'm going to get on my Twitter machine and put this out as well. I love the Twitter machine, by the way.
What's your Twitter handle so people can follow you?
It's just be Guy Adami. I mean, come on. What would it be? If Led Zeppelin was taken, otherwise I would have, jumped all over that. By the way, not that you care, but my wife and I saw Get the Let Out, a Led Zeppelin tribute band, a couple weeks ago, and they just absolutely kicked ass. In my, I know the Beatles are all the de rigueur right now with the Get Back and all that stuff, Peter Jackson, and I happen to watch it. It is remarkable, but for my money, it's Led Zeppelin and everybody else. Please don't at me, but that's just fact, JJ.
That really is fact. Hey, have you made your famous meatballs in a while? When we were talking about...
Funny you should say that.
What?
Funny you should say that. I remember I sent you a detailed ingredients and list back in the day. Maybe I should put that back out for the WKFI listeners. You notice, by the way, I know you snicker every time I do it. I put the W in front of KFI because that's how radio works. But I guess when you're an elite station like you are, you don't need the W anymore.
No, we're down to 3 letters. We're like share, but we're more like chef, without the or something like that. So tell me more about you, though. Let me ask you a quick business question. So yesterday, not just yesterday, but Friday and then yesterday especially, the markets freaked out on Omicron and the uncertainty that variant brings. Is this what we can expect? Is this like a sign of things to come until we figure out more about Omicron?
So I like what you're doing there. So obviously that's the headline, but yeah, sometimes you got to sort of scratch below the surface for the real reasons. And again, I'm not looking to make people's eyes glaze over at 5:43 in the morning out there on the West Coast. But what I'll tell you is a lot of this has been predicated on our Federal Reserve taking a different stance in terms of their views on inflation. They basically said they're no longer going to use the word transitory, and I think it spooked some people. So you're right. I can't say the variant's name, so I'm not going to impale myself and try, but I think it was as much Fed Chairman Jay Powell as it was the variant. How them apples for you.
I like it. And I think, too, I had an infectious disease doctor on with us earlier today, and the questions that people have are, hey, so I go out and I get vaccinated, I might even go get the booster, but they just can't say for sure about the efficacy. Like, they can't give us a number when it comes to the efficacy of these shots with Omicron, and will something else have to be developed? I think it's just the uncertainty that, we have around our, our dinner tables at night that makes people a little nervous. So imagine if just, I'm having that with Scott around the table, that conversation. Imagine with the Fed chair, what conversations he's having must be.
No question. And please tell Scott I say hi. Thank you. Thank him for his service. We are a society that wants certainty. We want immediacy. We want to push a button and order our whatever we can from our Google machine to show up on our door the next day. And sometimes that's just not reality. So as much as we want certainty with this, sometimes there is no certainty. I think that's what we're dealing with now. But I think we're doing a better job of coming to grips with it. Again, I know the market's reacting, but not nearly as bad as it probably would have 14, 15 months or so ago.
Okay, so for the last couple of years that we have missed you on Wake Up Call, you've had a kid graduate college. You still
Oldest
have two at
graduated,
home.
yes, sure. Now, so our daughter's a senior, our other son's a junior, our oldest graduated. They spent a year at home as their university was sort of shuttered, so they did the virtual thing. So we had kids coming in and out of the house, which was fun. We gave back our seeing eye dog back to the seeing eye. We're hoping to raise another pup. Lots going on, just a lot's going on. We're having a bathroom redone, so we got some construction going on. We got like sawdust and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. Linda Snow says hi, by the way. Yeah, I mean, it's all happening here. It's all happening here in New Jersey, JJ.
What are your COVID restrictions in New Jersey?
It's funny. It seems like, you can travel different places in the country, and it seems like every state seems to be different. In New Jersey, things have loosened up a bit, but I will tell you, I mean, I hate to use the word draconian, but it was for quite some time. Definitely masks. A lot of places were not open. Things seem to be getting a little bit better, but I think people are still cautious. We are the most densely populated state in the United States, so there's just a lot of us jammed into a lot of small places, if you know what I mean.
Oh my gosh, yes. And as far as the holidays in the Adami house go, what's up with them?
The halls, as they say. Linda wants to do Christmas here, so we'll have some of her siblings, maybe some of mine. Christmas Eve is typically at my brother's. We play this game right, center, left. So you know this thing with the dice and everything, all that thing?
I don't know it.
We play it, yeah, it's pretty cool. We play it with money, though, so everybody throws a bunch of cash in the middle of the table. A lot of times these little kids win. It's a lot of fun. Typically that's done, some tequila might get poured, those types of things. It's festive, it's ho, ho, ho. Sure it is.
I would expect nothing less. One of these years, I really would like to be invited to an Adami hall.
Jeez, come on. You got the permanent invite, and I do miss the KFI. Notice I used it correctly at that time. The KFI listeners, and I got to thank Jane Wells, because it was the great Jane Wells who was on vacation years ago that said, hey, would you be willing to sort of pop on this radio station and say hi? And that's when it all started.
And I have to say, what's weird is you just put a big bow on this, because Jane Wells is back on vacation. Oh, and I don't know what CNBC is paying her, but she's in Hawaii for the next freaking month.
Stop.
Swear.
Jane Wells, I got to tell you something. People never underestimate funny people, because funny people tend to be the most brilliant people on the planet, and she is funny as bleep. You know what I'm saying? Notice I bleeped myself. I didn't make your board operator do it for me. Whit, by the way. I was spoken to Whit before.
Oh,
that's what I call him.
Isn't he great? Wit,
fantastic.
I love how you give everybody names, and he's Tyler the Wit on Twitter.
Stop.
Promise. So he was even ahead of you. Guy, I can't tell you how much this means to me that you were willing to come on this morning on this special day to raise pasta and money and sauce for Catering This Club. It seriously means the world to me.
Well, it's a great cause. You're a wonderful individual for bringing this to light, and I hope you surpass expectations, because, quite frankly, this should not be there are a lot of problems in this country. Hunger for children should not be one of them, JJ.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. It's like last night, as a matter of fact, after dinner, I was, putting food away, and I thought, oh, my God, it was enchiladas. I thought there's still enchiladas.
Excuse me, what was it? Enchiladas.
Yeah. Chicken enchiladas from...
Did you get them at the Chipotle or at the Qdoba?
Oh, see, the Qdobas are gone out here. I thought of you. No, I know that's your thing.
I've never been... This people are going to hang up. I've never been to a Taco Bell. Is that a problem?
Are you serious? Do I need to come all the way to New Jersey and take you to Taco Bell?
No, I've just never been. I've never seen Star Wars. I mean, that's a whole other... Maybe we'll save that for another segment. You know what I'm saying?
I'm coming to New Jersey. We're going to go to Taco Bell and eat we're going to watch Star Wars and eat Taco Bell at the same time.
I'm sure the people sitting next to me will be thrilled.
Guy Adami, I love you so much. What is your podcast again? Because people are asking on
the
Instagram.
Tape. We are on the tape podcast. Check that out. It is funny. I use some bad words every once in a while. The rock, lyrics, sports, the whole rigor. You know what I'm saying? The whole rig.
Guy, we love you, and anytime you want to come on, you just shoot me a text and be like, hey, I've got some stuff to say.
Tell Whit he is the you-know-what. You are as well. Thank you for the WKFI listeners, and donate to this cause. It is worthy.
Pastathon.com. Love to you, Linda Snow, and the entire Adami family. We will talk again soon.
Later.
Bye. CNBC's Guy Adami. On the tape, people have been asking me, is what is his podcast. Also, Fast Money is his show on CNBC. Guy Adami is where you can follow him on Twitter. And Alex, I think that you're still listening. People are asking for the meatball recipe. Would Guy please tweet out at Guy Adami on Twitter this morning the meatball recipe? All right, when we come back, we will talk with Eric Losardo, the man who has been the musical talent on Wake Up Call. But right now, let's take another look at your drive. And Nick Taliocchini, who you can see on JJLKFI. Problems continue on the Cajon Pass.
Boy, that's the truth, JJL. On the northbound side of the 15, as you're making your way toward Oak Hill, it's a fatality crash investigation that has the two left lanes shut down. That's going to be a rough go of it for your driver as you come away from the 138. And related or not, it's heavy for you as well on the 15 southbound from well before Oak Hill, almost as far back as Ranchero Road, and you'll see those delays continuing as you make your way towards Cleghorn. Checking the drive as you're heading westbound along the 105. Slow going for you in heavy stretches. From before Lakewood Boulevard, you will see those delays as you make your way toward what looks like Crenshaw Boulevard in heavy stretches. 91 west as you're alternate through the LA County area, coming off the 605, heading into Gardena toward the 110, a rough ride as well. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Nick Taliocchini.
Medicare annual enrollment is now here. It's open. And whether you're about to sign up for Medicare or you're already on a plan, navigating Medicare can be overwhelming. So let me suggest calling AGAMedicareOptions.com. Their agents will advise you step by step on a plan that fits your unique situation and budget. All the agents are local. They live and work right here in Southern California. You get an agent assigned to you who will compare most of the major plans at once at no cost to you. Plans that are accepted by your physicians, cover your medications at the lowest out-of-pocket cost, and changes occur every single year. So set up a benefit review to ensure you're still on the best plan, or you will be, and it's free. Call pound 250 on your cell and say the keyword My Medicare, pound 250 on the cell, and simply say My Medicare, or visit AGAMedicareOptions.com. That's AGAMedicareOptions.com.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
Now is the time to shop Dell Technologies' biggest sale of the year. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. So shop Cyber Monday deals on Windows 11 PCs, servers, storage, monitors, and more. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
The Lakers were able to overcome adversity, beating the Kings in Sacramento. LeBron James entered COVID-19 health and safety protocols before the game. The Suns beat the Warriors in a battle of the top two teams in the NBA. Phoenix is now tied with Golden State for the best record in the league after winning 17 straight. And five-star quarterback Malachi Nelson followed Lincoln Riley, committing to USC. I'm Nikki Jordan.
Download the DraftKings app and use code SPORTS to get a free shot at millions of dollars up for grabs this week with your first deposit.
Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details.
Gary, you love your SolarMax technology panels so much you gave them names.
Well, I don't like to brag, but you did get the honor of sharing a name with one of my solar panels.
Oh.
You lucky. Listen, since I switched to SolarMax technology, I can keep the lights on as much as I want, run all the appliances, have all the computers, the cell phones charged, because with SolarMax, my electricity has been practically free.
SolarMax is local right here in Southern California. They have the best products and the best service going.
Right. SolarMax does everything themselves here in Southern California. Exceptional quality control is the result of that. And there's no middleman. You're going to save with even no upfront cost also. They have the newest and most innovative Tesla products like the Tesla 420 solar panels and the Tesla Powerwall.
Right now, pay $0 down for that Tesla package and $79.96 per month with a 1.99% APR.
Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. Say the keyword SolarMax, pound 250, keyword SolarMax, by December 31st for this great offer. Monthly payment available on approved credit CSLB number 97204.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt, and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figuerella, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean, and there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the Ad Council.
If you own a business and manage to keep 5 or more people on the payroll through the pandemic, there's a new government program that will pay you tens of thousands of dollars per employee. And this is not a loan. This is a grant. The challenge is getting your hands on this money. This is a bureaucracy. InnovationRefunds.com cuts through the red tape, helps you get the cash. They do all of the legwork. They don't charge a penny until you receive the money. And what they do is simply share a percentage of the money they get for you. They got my business a 6-figure refund. Now, their average client gets $250,000. That's impressive. Go to InnovationRefunds.com, click on the Qualify Me button, answer a few questions. InnovationRefunds.com. It's no risk, and it certainly is high reward. InnovationRefunds.com. They help me. I'm sure they can help you. InnovationRefunds.com.
42 million Americans struggle with hunger, yet 35% of the food in this country is wasted. Those aren't just numbers. They're our neighbors, your daughter's friend from school, the family of 4 next door. The Kroger Company Zero Hunger, Zero Waste Foundation is committed to making fresh food accessible to all by ensuring it never goes to waste. Together, we can help end hunger. Learn more at zerohungerzerowastefoundation.org.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Hey there, it's Neil Saavedra. Space in our kitchen cabinets is always at a premium, right? So investing in multi-use utensils and containers, that is key. So go out, buy nesting glass storage containers that are oven safe. You can cook in them, you can store the leftovers in them, and you know what? You can reheat those same leftovers in that exact same dish. That there is a space saver.
The Fork Report with Neil Saavedra.
KFI AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
Hey, wake up call, listeners, listen to these soul sisters. Hey, wake up call, listeners, listen to these soul sisters. This is Lady Wake Up Call. Live up your sister.
Come on. Yeah. Tyler, come on.
Oh, I'm fluent in French.
Are you lying?
Yes.
Okay. The man who put that together joins us on Wake Up Call. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee. Today is all about Pastathon. It's pastathon.com, where you can donate to help Chef Bruno keep Katarina's Club going and feed 25,000 kids a week. Some of the stories we're keeping an eye on as we do Pastathon this morning. An FDA House panel has endorsed Merck's COVID-19 pill. The FDA asked its outside experts to consider the pill. LA City Council members unanimously voted to ban ghost guns in the city. And we will have more on all those stories coming up on Wake Up Call. Listen to that in the background. Eric Lizardo, who has put together those parody songs, joins us now this morning. Eric, welcome to Wake Up Call.
Hi, Jen.
It is so wonderful to have you actually on the show. For anybody who's not watching, we are live, JJLKFI on Instagram. And more so than ever, I would love for you to go there and watch because Eric has something live to perform with us this morning. Before you do that, Eric, you were born and bred SoCal.
Yes, yeah.
You went...
Been here all my life.
Been here all your life. I've got people who heard you in the break say that you were from Corona, and they're already writing in like, hey, Corona class of 86, that kind of thing.
Yeah, 89.
Okay, there you go, right
so
after that.
I'm up there, yeah.
Hey, I hear you. I'm right there with you. So what, can I just ask you why you wanted to do these songs for Wake Up Call? Are we just that nuts that we are like easy material for you?
Really, you guys are just so fun and funny in the morning. You give us our news, but you're also very entertaining. And I've always done this stuff for family and friends, these funny songs and parody songs. And one day you did that little rant on Baby Shark, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this, and I threw that Baby Shark parody in, Baby Shark or wake up call, Jen, Jen. So I sent it to Alex, and you guys are so nice to actually play it. It was great, and it's just fun. That's all. It's just really fun.
Well, I know you make my day, James' day, Alex, Tyler, John Ramirez, who used to be with us. It is just awesome. So this morning, you've got your guitar there, which means I think you must have a little something for us.
Just something very quick. Can you hear it?
I can hear it loud and clear. Go for it.
Okay. I've been trying to fit Nick Pagliocchini into a song, and I think I got it.
Okay.
Wake up call with Jennifer Jolie, Alex Rosen, Tyler, and Nick Pagliocchini.
That is awesome! Nick's in! I love it. You nailed every single person on Wake Up Call. Eric, thank you so much for that.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on. You guys are awesome.
Absolutely. Is there anything you want to plug? Now's your chance. I know. Go for it.
You can follow me on Twitter at Eric_Lasardo. You can follow me on Instagram at Eric Lasardo. And donate to Katarina's Club.
That is what this morning is all about. Please tell your wife and your beautiful daughter Brady that I said happy holidays to them. And can you, one more time, could you do our little wake-up call song one more time?
The one I just did?
The Jingle Bells wake-up call.
All right.
Here we go.
Wake up call with Jennifer Jolie, Alex Rosa, Tyler, and Nick Pagliocchini.
Thank you so much for putting the bow on this Postathon wake-up call broadcast. You are amazing.
Thank you very much, Jen. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Happy holidays. This is KFI and KOST-HD2 Los Angeles. To all of you who joined us live on Instagram this morning, JJL KFI, I want to say thank you to you and for putting up with all of my crazy costume changes this morning. There was the last one. Somebody had asked me earlier, what about Snoopy? I ended the show in a red Snoopy sweater with a giant Santa Snoopy hat with Snoopy ears. Yep, it's just as stupid as you think.